Okay, here we go then. The moon is bright, the sky is reasonably clear. I fancy a trip to Keeper's Pond, see what pictures of the reflections on the water we can get. No one's responded to my invitation on Facebook, so it's just me and Sally Skoda. I've learnt the lesson. The music is turned down because I don't want to get into issues of copyright on where am I going? That way. On YouTube, as I did with the last video I posted from the car. In fact, I could have cut the corner off there because it's this way that I want to go anyway. So the first bit of the route will be getting out of here down to Monmouth. Then it's the boring dual carriageway run, and I'll probably cut the thing off and restart that. And then we get off the heads of the valleys at the first exit, or second exit, first exit. Go round through the edge of Abergavenny and climb up the hill to Keeper's Pond. And yes, it is a hill. With a couple of lovely hairpin bends, one of which I nearly came unstuck at one night. But we'll be alright tonight. Google Maps estimated it should take us 36 minutes to get there. We'll see what Sally's computer says when we arrive. I think that may be a little bit on the optimistic side. I would have budgeted 40 to 45 minutes. At this point, I haven't decided whether Keeper's Pond is the end of the trek. A part of me wants to head on from there to Mynydd Llangenidder, and maybe from there on to Talibont Reservoir. We'll have to see about that, because that makes it somewhat more of a journey. We have 430 miles in the tank according to the computer, and I know that estimates on the conservative side, so we've probably got a bit more than that. So we could actually probably just about go to Edinburgh if we all go now. Yes, don't think so somehow. Must come to Staunton and park up at some point because there are various hokey things. Oh, there's a road closure marked in down there. Not going to affect us tonight, but it might do if I'm on one of my daytime scenic wanders. Park up there to walk up to the Buckstone. There's not a lot of parking, but it can be done. And that's a private road, so you can't drive up any further. Now just ahead of us, as the double white lines come to an end, there's a little opening on the right. On a good day you can park in there. On a bad day you have to go a bit further on, and that leads down to the Suckstone. There. If you can't park in that, then this lay-by round here, I'm told is known as Dead Man's Lay-by, and a few bodies have been found there. But yeah, the Suckstone is down the hill. It is the largest freestanding rock in England, estimated, if I remember rightly, to weigh about 17,000 tonnes. It can be climbed from one corner. I've never been brave or foolish enough to try. In fact, I've never been back there after the one visit I did make, but I carried on down from there, right the way down to the river. The only problem with that was coming back up again. Oh, that's a climb. And the old thing of what goes up must come down again applies in reverse. What goes down must come up again. This, if closed, would make a brilliant rally stage, tarmac rally stage, I think. One or two of the local residents might not be so enthusiastic about the idea. For instance, the residents of this house here would probably want some additional protection in front of their property. Because even a stripped out racing or rallying car still weighs a fair bit, and coming through there at a prodigious rate of knots would do some damage. That's alright, Sally, I know you want me to change up. So we've got a tightish left-hander coming up. So we're having the sat-nav on but not navigating is quite useful, because you can see the layout of the road ahead. I always think this road is more difficult to hurry along downhill towards Monmouth than it is the other way, because going the other way the hill works in your favour. As soon as you lift your foot off the throttle, gravity begins to slow you down. Whereas going this way, very often gravity will help you forwards. I remember when I first moved here, there was a place where obviously a vehicle had gone through the hedge, and off to our right now it drops, shall we say, rather steeply. I don't think I'd want to go rolling down there. No, it wasn't. I thought I saw a pedestrian who looked like they were about to step out into the road. Thankfully it wasn't. Hello, Wysham. All quiet on the Wysham front. Why we've just gone over. Oh, that's handy. stayed green for long enough for us to get out as well, which they have. I've come to the conclusion with those lights, they sit with green clear on both directions for the dual carriageway unless a vehicle approaches from the way we've just come. Now, this is a 50 limit. There's a fraction of mist down here. Let's hope that by the time we climb up to however high up Keeper's Pond is, that mist is no longer happening. I have stood and taken pictures at Keeper's Pond in the rain once. It wasn't a lot of rain, but I have stood there and taken photos in the rain. Because having got there, I was reluctant not to get any. Screen which the dashcam can't see leads me to think that my estimate for the trip to Keeper's Pond was possibly slightly more realistic than Google Maps. We shall see. Maps, which was a program you bought on a CD and installed, that would calculate your route and the timing, and it was very easy, without exceeding any speed limits, to knock an hour or more off a long route like that. Generally speaking, things are a little more accurate now. Surprising number of vehicles for a Saturday night. Reasonably I've never yet come across or had to avoid wildlife along this road, but I suppose there could always be a first time. Services. That means we're not far from the point where we have to turn off to stay on the A40. If you go straight on at that point, you end up heading down the A449 towards Newport. And although one could go that way to Keeper's Pond or even Coleford Reservoir, it would be, let's say, rather a long way round. sign there. Is that the old familiar one about us? Yes, it is. For obviously reasonably recently applied a weight limit in Usk town centre. I presume to prevent drivers of large vehicles using that as a shortcut towards what's it called? Cumbrawn sort of direction. Pontypool. Because Usk is, yeah, the roads aren't the kind of ones you'd want to meet a lorry along, let's say. Nice swing round. I'm staying over to the right in case of vehicles coming in, joining from the left there. The next thing of note that requires any real reaction is Raglan roundabout ahead of us. Raglan Castle entrance, I think was on the right just there. Yes, there's the sign telling me to double back to get to it. Raglan village off to the left. Almost never meet anything here. Almost. And we're back on dual carriageway, and the next slowing point is the gyratory thing outside Abergavenny. I really must get that on Google Maps and get the name of it. SatNav doesn't give it a name, Google Maps actually does name it, but only if you're playing a route back. I didn't stop the ride. I would have to find a safe place to go. 14. We've done 21 minutes. That gives us 15 minutes on Google Maps' estimate. And we've covered 14 of the 26 miles. So I suppose it just might be realistically, I don't think so, because once you start climbing up that hill, you ain't going very fast. Royal Mail? No. Some kind of delivery vehicle. But I can't quite see what. Not without taking my eyes away from the road for too long. Interestingly, we have travelled, as I say, 16 miles, but the car's computer still thinks we have as many miles left in the tank as we did when we set out. Don't you love it? That sounds like rain. Oh bother, as Winnie the Pooh said. Oh well. Behind there, there's a spot called the Brim. You can't access it from this dual carriageway, you've got to come at it from the B road that runs a little way over to my right. And frankly, there ain't that much to see. I wandered in there one day, just out of curiosity. Railway line to our left, there's a couple of laybys along here. It could be a train spotter's paradise, but the trouble is there are so few trains on this line that, yeah, it would be a rather bored train spotter. Ah well, the rain has stopped. Keep your fingers crossed. And here we are down at the gyro. I think we'll stick to the left-hand lane here. I've got a feeling that's the correct one to use, although, yeah, it's not all that obvious. To the right, as it usually is. A465 west. Other than at sort of rush hour times, you rarely have to give way at that roundabout. Foist B24246, Glenavon. That's the one. And by round the back somehow or other, Neville Hall Hospital. Premier in to the left. Now, wait a minute. My memory says. My memory says I don't know which way I want to go. I think it's that way. That just leads into the trading estate and the Premier Inn bit. That's right, that's the unbuilt bit. And it's first exit off this next roundabout. prepared to give way, but you rarely have to. There we are in Llanfoist. And we have a red traffic light. Temporary traffic lights. Three-way control. Okay. Fine. It's given us the go. It likes our speed. Abergavenny Garden Centre. Okay. We enter Gavilan. Here we go. Left turn for Glenavon. Light vehicle only. Yes. Good advice. This bridge over the canal needs a bit of caution. It's wide enough, but the angle is awkward. Over the Brecon and Monmouthshire Canal, which I am told by somebody who was sailing a longboat on it one day, is not connected to the main waterway system at all. And here we have hairpin number 1. We've now been 32 of the 36-minute estimate. No, I don't see that being a possibility. Right, here we go. Hairpin number 2. Because coming the other way, down here one night, I suddenly realised I was closer to the hairpin than I thought I was. I had to pull an emergency stop, because otherwise I wasn't going round. Oh, we live and learn. actually see the moon at this point. It's too high in the sky. But the clouds look sufficiently broken that we may not be having a wasted trip. Fingers crossed. But I've just remembered that I meant to break this and do it as 3 separate bits. Oh well, never mind. Can always go off as one. Cattle good. Morning of sheep. The view out to the right is pretty amazing, but I'm not going to swing across there now to try and pick it out. I might just go into that lay-by on the way back down, or one of the other stopping points where I can point the dash cam out in that direction. This road is steep enough that at one point there is a sand trap for runaway vehicles. The last time I looked at it, it looked as if it wouldn't actually stop a runaway vehicle. It's all compacted in, and yeah, sheep. Okay, on the sat nav I can see a minor road going off to the right, and that's the clue that we're getting very close to Keeper's Pond. Ah yes, the sat-nav's got the green heart symbol, which means I got it saved as a favourite. I've heard on the side of caution, but that is often not a bad thing to do. Ah, there's the signage up ahead, reflecting the headlights. You can walk in through there. Ooh. That's been resurfaced. That's been surfaced since I was here last. Gore. Yeah. Memory says this was much rougher last time I was here. Yeah, quite a few vehicles here. Okay, now I am going to stop this for a minute because I don't see any point in just letting it sit there videoing nothing.